We got some guests over here, brothers. Good to see you.
What's up? How are you?
Doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. How you doing? So we got a special delivery. What'd you end up finding back home, man? See some chrome goodness over there.
Yes, sir.
Found these things on Facebook. And I told you guys I wanted to stay, you know, the classic Cobra look, but you know, get us a good old 10.5 inch in the rear. Meaty ass tires. We got proxies wrapped, but let's pull these things out and take a look at them.
Do you know the guy that you got them from? No.
Got them thickums right here, brother. Oh, goddamn. I'm actually debating on using the fronts. I think I might stay with my stock fronts. Thank you again, man, for real. What's that shop page called?
Shop page down in Charlotte, BMF Performance. We do any late model Coyote stuff, F-150s, anything modular related. We do it pretty much all.
Hell yeah. Do you have the Gen 2 back here?
Nah, no. Pretty good build service. It's still at the house.
Wait.
It's still at the house.
Yeah, so peep this. Got a cool little keychain. Shout out to my boy Darren. He sent this out to me. He's actually the one that is in charge of all the, you know, 9 to grind merchandise. We're gonna get this thing pulled out because it is beautiful outside, and why cram myself in the garage when I don't have to? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you guys didn't catch the new exhaust video, click the card right up there. Go watch that. It's a definite must. And we threw some amber tail lights as well. If you missed that, there's another card. Go catch up on those videos for sure. We finally got some new shoes going on Medusa, and there's a lot I want to go over. There's a certain look I'm going for, so I'm going to explain to you exactly what that is. But first off, let's go get a closer look at the new wheels and tires that are going to be going on Medusa. But I do have a slight little twist. You can tell we have the front set right here paired up with some Toyo tires up front, and then we have what I'm really here for, or what you're really here for, and that's gonna be 10.5 inch rear wheel with Toyo Proxy R888s, and it doesn't get any better than that. 315s, R888s, they're almost $400 a frickin' tire. And you know, I'll be straight up with you guys, just by looking at them, you know, they have seen better days. There's not much life left back in them, but let's go ahead and break this down really quick. These are about $360 to $380 a tire in the 315s. So obviously we got 2 of those. Then we have the fronts, which are some Toyos, which I would imagine they're pretty expensive as well. Toyo is definitely, you know, one of those top dog tire for performance cars, so those are probably pretty expensive as well. I don't know if I mentioned the price that I paid for everything, but your boy absolutely hit a come up, because the wheels alone for the full kit that's staggered, I want to say, are like $900, and I didn't even pay that for everything here. So definitely a come up, and especially it's the exact wheel and tire kit I wanted. And let me talk about that. I know you guys see these Cobras all over Instagram, on YouTube and stuff that, you know, are done up. They have the CCWs, they have, you know, all the high-end wheels and tires, which is cool. I totally agree with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong when it comes to, you know, running those kind of wheels and stuff on Cobras, and actually it's definitely a dream setup of mine. I'm not going to even sit here in front, but I wanted to pump the brakes a little bit on this car because you guys obviously know Blucifer. We had blue 2 valve. All the cars were black and blue, something with black wheels. I've done so many black wheels. I've always went aftermarket with the wheels, blah, blah, blah. But when I got my hands on this Terminator Cobra, it was something like so special to me, because this is the dream spec. Besides Sonic Blue, of course I would have taken a Sonic Blue, but you know, I have to admit, a beautiful, beautiful black Terminator Cobra is right up there with a Sonic Blue Cobra, and that's my opinion. But when I got this car, you know, Ford did such a wonderful job from the factory, and I don't even think I really have to go into the amount of details they put into this, but one of the things that they did do right, in my opinion, is the stock wheel setup, besides one thing, and that one thing is going to be the horrendous fitment on the rear. For some reason, they just gave you so much, like, look at that gap. Look how pushed in those are. Hideous, absolutely hideous. But you know, the fronts, they line up pretty well. There's no spacers. I think we have a 275 right now on the stock wheel up front, and the car is actually on some H&R race springs. They're the red springs, so I actually lucked out on that, so I don't have to change out the springs. You know, with the stock chrome and the black, now we have our clear corners and we have the ambers we just threw on the car. It almost seems right to just keep it that stock look, but with a little extra spice on it, and that's exactly why I picked up the 315 Toyo R888s on the 10.5 inch replica deep dish, because let's face it, we go ahead and swap that out. That thing is going to look meaty, and it's going to be paired up with our badass Borla that I hand polished, and everything is just going to flow so well together. So that's my main goal with it, and that's exactly what we're here to do today. So while I was on my Mustang East Coast tour, I met up with KMJ Motorsports. Now, KMJ Motorsports, if you're a Terminator Cobra owner, you obviously know who these guys are, because this is kind of a lifeline when it comes to boosted new edges, but mainly Terminator Cobras, because there's actually an issue with the Terminator Cobras, and that's another reason why they're called the maintenance queens. When you start pushing some serious power and you start revving them out, it kind of overspins the stock alternators in the cars, and they are notorious for frying out. And believe it or not, there's actually a lot of Terminator Cobras that keep a spare alternator in the trunk. I'm not kidding. It's pretty bad how bad that a Terminator can rip up a stock alternator. So our friends over at KMJ, they messaged me and they wanted to work on a little project. They hooked it up big time, and we have a badass spare alternator, if I can get this out the box and one-handed. But check out this bad boy, man. You have a 2-valve and you plan on boosting it, you have a Cobra and it's already boosted and you haven't done it, just take the time and get it over with, because that alternator more than likely will go out. But take a look at this bad boy, man. This thing is so clean. It is so fire, and I wish I could put it in right now, but again, I'm kind of holding on to this baby as a backup plan, because I have an aftermarket one now. The car's running fine now. Thank you so much, KMJ Motorsports. I actually have a coupon code with them. Go to the link in the description. Go get yourself an alternator, guys. The Cobra dudes, get the KMJs. These things are bad to the bone, and you can get them paint match. You can do all this. So they do wonderful work, and they do it all themselves. So take a look at that thing. And again, thank you so much, KMJ Motorsports. Looks like our lug nuts are nice and shiny still, so that's a plus. And I will say, I know many of you are probably watching this that have Cobras and are going to comment about the low profile IRS bolts, and I don't know if I have them. We are about to find out. Yeah, looks like that might be them there. Fuck me. Right? Is that them right there? Oh boy, this video might go south real quick. Moment of truth. I don't know, fellas, if this is gonna work. I don't know. Please praise Jesus. Please work. It does not fit because of that bolt. Fuck. Well, that's a bummer. That is a freaking bummer. I should have looked at that beforehand. I don't even know if I have anything to grind that down with a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. And the center cap doesn't stay in either, so that's always great. Man, this is going south real quick. Real quick, I tell you. Oh. Nice. So these aren't gonna work anyway. Who designed this garbage ass shit? Like, bro, are you joking? All right, guys, so I'm actually picking this up the next day, and I'm here at the Mirandas, and you can see it is just pouring down rain today. Horrible, horrible weather. You obviously know I wasn't able to finish putting on the rear wheels with the Toyo Proxy R888Rs. We were having issues clearing the IRS bolts, And here's what I found out with that. They sell low profile bolts. Did some research on those, and those aren't technically the best thing to run on that due to the fact that it's a hex key, and if that ever gets, you know, corroded inside of there, having enough torque to get those things out on a little hex key can be pretty detrimental to that bolt staying in there or having to figure out a way to get the bolt out. I also grinded down the IRS bolts, which I think it would have cleared, but I was having another issue which lied with the center cap. The center cap was getting pushed off from the hub. So I'm here at Joel's. He actually has a brand new set of 1/4 inch spacers. We're gonna give a try today, see if it works. And the first owner that had this car actually ran spacers on the car. I could see that clear as day. After I took off the wheel, I noticed, I was like, he definitely ran spacers on here. So he probably did the exact same thing I'm about to do. Yo. What's up, G?
What up?
Damn.
It's raining.
Yeah, dude, it sucks.
Your headlights aren't working.
I know, one of them's out. It's goody. Get the old crusty Yoda. Dude, it looks like you're a freaking crypto miner and a day trader.
You call me Crip? That ain't right.
why you over here, you know, playing with some stocks midday?
You don't need to know things.
Dude, we're like, really?
I'm old. I mean, instead of getting glasses, I just buy a bigger TV, okay?
Guys, look at this. So, you know, you're laying on bed, right? Look how big that TV is.
It sums as a mirror.
Dude, this thing is gigantic.
Yeah, some nerds.
Look how big, look at little Brandon's ass, and then look at this TV.
No.
Those the goodies?
That's a goodies.
These are what's going to save the day.
Package.
Yeah, this is what's going to save the day. Let's take a look. You know, I called AutoZone and stuff, and they had some, you know, 5-lug spacers, but they're not hub-centric.
Like
yeah, exactly, just like these. You can tell, like, you have to line these up perfectly. Otherwise, you know, you could probably get some weird vibrations and stuff like that. But the great thing is, these ones legit sit on the hub and feed right through your studs. And it's a nice little 1/4 inch spacer. It's exactly what I need. And Joel actually needed him for, you know, his new wheel and tire setup that's coming. So I'm gonna buy these from him and order him a new set so we can get these done today. But yeah, Joel coming in clutch. What do you say we go and try this again? I got some good hopes. The only thing I'm a little worried about is with running these spacers, you know, and the big old meaty tires and wide wheel, that the fitment is gonna come a little over the fender, which I am really hoping it doesn't do, because that's gonna look hideous. It's a great way to destroy your fenders, and overall it's just, we don't want it. We do not want it. So fingers crossed. And I actually want to go and show you guys two things. Thing number one, you can see probably right where these studs are, you see how it's different in color. You have, you know, this being like not really worn, but then this is where the lug sat. That looks identically like a freaking 1/4 inch spacer, and you can actually see the outline of the spacer that he ran. And it looks like we have a little bit of rub mark up here, so he definitely had some meats on here at one point, it seems. So hopefully you can get away with these spacers as well. And I almost forgot, here's that IRS bolt that I grinded down. You know, a lot of people were telling me the reason why the wheel or the tire is still touching this is because I actually have the car jacked up and there's no compression or tension on the IRS. I didn't know that, but it still boils down to the issue with the center cap because of, you know, the hub pushing it out. So that's an issue in itself. I will be 100% honest with you all. I don't know how these properly go on. I would imagine the dip right here, the slant, would feed onto the hub part because it lays nice and flat that way. I don't know, I gotta look this up. Spacer's on. Let's go ahead and throw on our wheel. And the crucial thing I'm gonna do here is count how many turns I get on a lug nut. It's super important. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're getting about 6 or 7 turns. A little more than that. That's good. I'm gonna put the center cap in, and we did have a little issue with the center cap falling out. It didn't have, you know, enough balls to it, so I'm gonna show you guys a little trick. So what you're gonna do is take some electrical tape And you know, you want to peel yourself a nice little strip worth. We'll say right about there. And then you're gonna want to fold it. And you want to do that the whole way down. And it doesn't have to, you know, if you run your hands on it, it's not a big deal. You'll see why. Now you take your center cap and you're gonna feed the tape right on here. And you should be able to get it to stick for the most part. Make sure it's pulled nice and tight. Stick it to that one. You know, you might have to love tap it in, but at least you know it's not coming out, and that's the important part. It would suck for it to come out on the highway or something, you know. Center cap's in, wheels on. Do I feel 100% about it? No, but we're gonna go ahead and lower the car and see how she looks. Well, that's not what I was expecting. This thing has a fucking fist worth of wheel gap. And it looks like shit. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't think I'm gonna like it. I apologize for the rain, we're just got to deal with it, but here it is. I don't know. I think the rears look really dinky. Obviously a lot of wheel gap. They're not as meaty as I thought they were gonna look. The fronts are a 275 40 17. These rears are 315 35 17. I don't know if there's anybody out there that is running a similar setup that knows what tire specifications I should run. Let me know. I don't know if I'm 100% sold on this. Like I think I mean, I hate to say it, but I think the stock setup looked better. I don't know, maybe it just seems like so much fender gap right here compared to up front too. I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm getting pissed on. Rain. I can't really tell. I just think it looks funny. Like the rear looks higher up with a smaller tire. The front looks almost perfect. And I was gonna lower the front more too, but I think that's gonna go ahead and conclude today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, man. I appreciate it. Like, you have no idea how much I appreciate it. I appreciate it a ton. We got a new single dropping Friday, Scared to Die.
I am scared to die. Oh no, no, I just wanna be free.
Make sure you guys go check out the second YouTube channel for my music. You can pre-save it now on Spotify, Apple Music, the whole shebang. If you guys didn't know that I'm making music now, you definitely should go check out the first release I dropped. And you know, we'll see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time, for another video. But until next time, we'll see you later.